Hey everybody, how's it going? This is Matt Tebow with Stacked, and today I'm joined by the victor of today's matchup, Cloud9 support Vulcan. How are you doing today, man?
I'm pretty good. How are you?
Doing pretty good. Now, Cloud9 looks pretty good, I think we can say, as far as things goes. You guys took down Golden Guardians. They're a very new roster, but you guys did it in a really convincing fashion. Walk me through that game. It looked like Rel kind of dominated that bot lane, even though Janna's kind of that anti-dive. Like, walk me
Mhm.
through that process going through bot lane as well.
Well, I think their champions were all pretty weak early game in the bot side. They had Skarner, Jinx, and Janna, so their 3-3 is not strong at all, and we can kind of walk over them and get any control that we want. So we did have a little accident with Blabber dying at our red buff, so that slowed our game down a little bit. But yeah, I think their draft is not very playable against good teams because they basically can't ever fight us in the early game, so they have to concede everything, and it just allowed us to do whatever we wanted to do. So we just, took our space, took our objectives, looked for plays, and generally that works well for us. So
Yeah. It's interesting to me because you got that jungle diff whiteboard in the back over your left shoulder, and 11.4 just came out, which nerfed jungle XP dramatically. And I wanted to know, has the nerf to jungle XP and jungle in general affected your game plan going forward? Has it changed the way you guys want to play drastically, or not really at all?
not exactly. I think even though jungle is a little bit slower, I think Bar's saying that like they get less gold now, but he still impacts the whole map as a player, so it's still very OP, and every game is still jungle diff. So even though like Barus really has to change his play style a bit, it doesn't change too much for us with the way we play around him. We still, we're going to contest enemy camps. We're still going to defend our camps, go for invades and stuff like that. So the game is essentially the same. It's just different values, So
Mm-hmm. Has 11.4 affected the way you play support? Like, you like to roam a lot. Does it force you to, like, stay in lane a little bit more, or do you pick different champions as a result?
no, I feel like it hasn't really impacted my role. Yeah, I do like to roam a lot. I'll meet up with Barber. Even though the jungle camps gives less, I think it's still very impactful if you can take them away from the enemy, right? So, and that's something that Barber complains about a lot. If the enemy is able to just take our camps on respawn, then he's saying he can't play. So that's why we go for these plays. And yeah, it hasn't changed in 11.4 at all, I think.
Yeah. So based on what you said, is it still seem like the focus of the team is just kind of getting Blabber around the map, letting him make plays, and then taking those lanes, or is it he's just going to focus on like a top lane or a mid lane or a bot lane and go from there?
Well, I think we're the kind of team that want to be able to play through anyone, and that just will depend on our drafts. I think obviously we're better at playing through bot and jungle because we have more synergy coming in from last year, the three of us, so we're more comfortable with that. But yeah, our goal as a team is to be able to play through any lane, just depending on how the draft goes, and we want to be versatile so that teams can just like abuse us in draft phase or in the game. So yeah, I don't think we're quite at a level where we can play through every lane at the same efficiency or the same high level, but we're pretty good at doing it on all lanes, and we're going to keep working so that we can work through any lane and be as comfortable as if we play through bot and jungle.
Mm-hmm. And with it being in mind, it's 11.4 and it's also halfway through this first split. How do you feel about this new format?
It's going by pretty fast, honestly. I feel like I'm kind of dizzy with the weeks going by. It's 3 games every week. I don't remember like when we played who. I play. It's only like 3 days of scrims before a match or like the weekend. And last year was 4 days of scrims. We have a bit of less practice, but I like the lock-in a lot, so I think like those two are kind of related, like having the lock-in and then needing to have this split go faster. So I like the change. I also like the fact that spring split matters more because if this format was this one for last year, maybe we would have made Worlds red. So yeah, I like that it carries over.
Mm-hmm. And on top of that, we've seen a lot of development coming out of Fudge, especially from like lock-in to now. What do you think about Fudge's development and his like champion pool and the role he's been able to play for you guys?
Yeah, I think Fudge is very good. I think he takes criticism very well. Like he's like very aware of when he messes something up, and he'll be the first one to mention it. And he's always listening for like to the feedback that we tell him, and he's willing to play any role for the team. He'll play Camille and carry us. He can play Karma like he did today, and I love more like a backseat, or he's not the bus driver anymore. But Yeah, he's very good, and he's improving a lot, and he's willing to like keep improving and take the criticism and improve his own play. So I think he's a very good player, and he'll be even better in the future for sure.
Of course. And another topic I wanted to touch on. A couple of weeks ago, there were reports out of Team Liquid, and I think Tactical confirmed this himself in some part, was that some players on their team were feeling fatigued and a bit burnt out. And I think part of that can be attributed to how fast the split is going, right? Have you felt burnt out at any point this season as a result of the split or for other factors pertaining to the league?
I wouldn't say so. I think maybe at the end of last year I felt a bit of a burnout, but this year so far it's been fine. We'll have to see as the year progresses, right? But no, I think for now we've been fine. We do a few things to keep our mind off the game. Sometimes we went mini putting with obviously social distancing, safety, and everything. So that was fun. We like to watch shows together. We play FIFA and Smash or Mortal Kombat and things like that. So that's something that Luca or Perks is pretty big on. Is like taking a chiller for the beginning of the year, but for sure we're going to ramp up as the season goes to make sure that we avoid burnout and those kind of things.
Mm-hmm. And as far as this goes, since you're halfway through, you've also had the chance to play against every other team in the LCS, including Golden Guardians twice as of now. Which team surprised you the most with their play?
I'd say TSM is looking a lot better than I thought they would be at this stage of the year. I thought they would maybe around summer be a pretty good team, but they changed it pretty quickly. They kind of flipped the switch pretty fast. So yeah, I'm not surprised that they eventually became good. I'm surprised that it happened this fast, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Would you say it's more of a credit to players' adaptability, coaching, or other factors?
Probably a mix of both, right? It's hard to know, but generally in any team, it's always both working together. You can't really credit only one party. I'm sure both parties are doing good stuff and making sure that they can improve. So
yeah, of course. Once again, this is Cloud9 Support Vulcan, and I'm Matt Tebow with Stacked. You can follow us online on our socials at StackedLOL, and you can find us on our website at stacked.gg. If you're watching this on YouTube, hit that sub button. It really helps us out a lot and gets the channel growing. Vulcan, thanks for your time, man, and good luck to the rest of the weekend.
Thank you, man.